So we're going to Boston to Robert.
Hey, thank you, Scott. You guys touched on it a little bit with some of the other answers you had, but going back to, and probably more for you, Mark, because Jack, you had a little different year in your rookie year with COVID really being segregated. But one thing we struggle with within a corporation and in ours is the interdepartmental collaboration, right? Sales is over here, engineering is over here. I mean, everybody's kind of segregated, and to get everybody on that one mission and create that culture that everybody's bought into. In the NFL, obviously you have your linebacker room, you have your running back room and everything else, your offense and defense, but how much did you guys collaborate as a unit, as a whole entire 53 man with all coaches on a regular basis to build that unity of a culture?
Well, when I was playing, it was every day. Like you said, you have your linebacker meetings, you have your O-line meetings, quarterback meetings, and that's all individual, right? That's all individual, going back to what I was saying about being a pod in the ecosystem.
Yeah.
But every day, we all came together at practice, right? So when we're in those individual meetings, we're working on things that are going to help individually, our specific skills are going to help make our machine a lot better. So when we come together at practice, we're all together every day. Every day is I think, and that's a big, when you say, hearing you say that is a big difference in the corporate world, because it's not going to be an everyday thing where you guys are going to be, IT is going to be with marketing, you know what I mean? It might be once a month, so it's kind of hard when you compare the two, but in the NFL, it's every day. You practice it every day with each other. And I mean, you might have time, like I said, specifically with your individual coaches, but every day there's going to be a segment of practice where you guys are together.
Yeah. What did you learn there that maybe you could transfer into a corporate setting to bring a little bit, like you say, it won't be every day or even every week, but
just to know that, even though I'm not seeing my coworkers every day in the different departments that they're in, but just knowing that we're depending on each other without even knowing that we're depending on each other, right? So just always having that accountability with Tabitha was bringing up is just constantly reminding yourself. And that's something you have to build within yourself personally, I think even more so in the corporate world, because like I said, you're not with everybody every day. So you're not going to have that, your peers kind of keeping you in line, keeping you in check, So I think having that accountability and knowing that I'm doing this for the greater good, right? I'm doing this for the greater good. And then eventually once a quarter, once a month, however long, so often you guys get together to the corporate, you can kind of see it physically. Okay, what I'm doing matters. What I'm doing means something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and one perspective I think I can share on this is playing offense. Mark with defense knows like 10 people can screw up on defense, and if Mark's in the right place and makes the play, it doesn't really matter. It does in a sense, but one player can make a play. On offense, it's like the O-line can go block everyone, but if the receiver doesn't block, or then the play's dead, or if one guy screws up an assignment, the whole play is busted. So for offense, we spent a lot of time, our blitz meetings were with the quarterbacks, the running backs, we sat in meetings with offense. And also, we had team meetings every day. Amidst, in the middle of COVID, we also had a lot this summer with, the racial tension in this country. And that was something we had a lot of meetings with, our team, and just talked, guys open forum and could just talk about where they were coming from. And that's important. Just, like I said, about knowing people, but also understanding, everyone has their own struggle. Everyone has their own issues, and just being able to put them aside and to ultimately be able to put out the best product possible. And like I said earlier too, like when you know people and, you're friends with them, it makes you want to do a better job, and it makes you, put in the extra work and all that. So I think that's really important, even if you're not meeting every day, to just kind of know the people in the other departments and understand that ultimately you guys are, striving for the same thing and the same success. And that success is a lot of times interdependent on other people or other, departments.
Fantastic.